Hello everyone, I am Jovenel Darbuladako and right now, me and my teammates are going to discuss our research topic which entitled Sustainability as Building Blocks, Analyzing Countries, Industries, Innovations, and Infrastructure on Shaping the Contemporary World. In the essence of the ninth SDG, which specifically entails industry, innovation, and infrastructure, the primary goal of our discussion today and the content of our paper is solely focusing on the SDG 9. So to start with, I'm going to briefly discuss why did the United Nations agree to establish the SDGs. So according to the sources that we have by Cleveland House 2023, it was stated there that this agenda was unanimously agreed upon by all United Nations member states in 2015. It basically outlines 17 SDGs, and each goal has each goal has a specific thing to combat a specific global challenges like zero hunger, no poverty, gender equality, and our SDG, which happens to be industry, innovation, and infrastructure, has this primary goal to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. And how does it differ from those other SDGs? It differs in a way that our SDGs is solely focusing on the physical and technological aspect of advancement, like building roads, building bridges, building infrastructure, building energy waves, technological advancement, and also as well as fostering industrial growth like capital investment, private and public sectors partnership, and innovation. So to chunk it up, the goal is to promote inclusive, sustainable industrialization and to foster innovation and resilient infrastructure. In that way, we can say that it can bolster the chances of the resilience of the communities against environmental and economic shocks, for example, financial crisis and earthquakes. So to continue this, on my right, here are our research questions that will serve as our guiding beacon to help you understand the content of our discussion. So in the following reporter and the following slides, they will happen to discuss and mention there are some countries that will resonate to our research questions. Thank you.
So the next topic is the background. First is the key message. So SDG 9 is essential for driving economic growth and improving living standards globally. So to emphasize the importance of industry, innovation, and infrastructure in fueling economic growth and enhancing living conditions worldwide, it underscores the critical role these factors play in shaping our modern societies or in our contemporary world. So the next is the challenges: inadequate access to electricity, water, sanitation persist in many regions, hindering the productivity and development. So in many regions faces significant challenges related to limited access to essential resources like electricity, water, and sanitation in developing regions like Africa, Brazil, India, and also the Philippines. This impede productivity and hinder overall development efforts, posing obstacles and to achieving sustainable growth. Next is the impact. So these challenges affect the investment, modernization, and economic stability on a global scale. So these persistent challenges in the infrastructure and resource civil accessibility have far-reaching implications. So they deter investment opportunities and slow down modernization efforts, and also help contribute to economic stability both locally and globally. So the last is the call to action. So addressing SDG 9 is crucial or important for fostering equitable and sustainable development. So it's very important or it's imperative to prioritize efforts toward addressing the SDG 9 to foster a more sustainable global development. By investing in industry, innovation, and infrastructure, we can work towards overcoming those challenges and promoting the prosperity for all.
In this solving problem, there are different countries that faces problem that associated with SDG 9. So in our research, there are following countries. First is Africa. Africa's innovations advancement. Second is Brazil. Brazil investment problems that leads to hindrance in economic advancement. Third is the India's economic infrastructure. And lastly, Philippines transportation system.
So in India, India's problem and economic infrastructure were mitigated by launching the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan or the NMP with a focus on major transport sectors to enhance multimodal connectivity infrastructure in various economic zones. As the country continues on its path towards becoming a global economic powerhouse, the need for robust infrastructure becomes increasingly apparent. Ultimately, collaboration between the government and the private sector is essential for creating resilient, future-ready infrastructure that paves the way for a prosperous and sustainable future for all citizens of India.
The African Internet Governance Forum or IGF hosted stakeholders from Africa around the world. So both person and online, they discussed three key recommendations to combat problems and innovations advancement. So these recommendations aim to improve digital infrastructure, foster collaboration, and enhance regulatory frameworks. So in Brazil, the country introduced the electronic certificates of the origin and built a new infrastructure project. So these efforts aim to attract investment and support the country's development.
Meanwhile, Philippines' problem in transportation were recognized by Urban Mobility Readiness Index or the UMRI that there are several modes of transportation in the Philippines capital, such as jeepneys and metro lines, as well as the attention put forward toward cycling. The master plan, according to DOT or Assistant Secretary for Road and Infrastructure James Andres Melod, picture a comprehensive network of interconnected bike lanes that will traverse bustling streets, connecting neighborhoods, schools, businesses, and recreational areas. Some of the projects that the government agency is currently focusing on are the EDSA Busway, Cebu Bus Rapid Transit, Davao Public Transport Modernization Project, and Active Transport, among others. While encouraging the use of public transportation and active mobility is considered sustainable given its reduction of greenhouse gases emission that does help the environment, so is the electrification of public vehicles. The reality of implementing SDG 9 will still remain as a big challenge for us despite these countries like Africa, Brazil, India, and Philippines. They are now gradually adjusting to sustainability and learning to address how to lessen the issue and problems they face today.